If you can see the title and the screen right now, you're probably wondering, what do you mean the problem with Triple H's booking? Now, I'm just going to say this right off the bat right now. I love Triple H's booking. I think it's better than what we had before. But I'm calling out some of the stuff that I don't personally like with Triple H's booking. So, if you have any other suggestions down in the comments below, what else you think Triple H's booking is bad at, then we'll go into it. But before we get into this video, a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, because I'm there was 5 subscribers. Really like get there before the end of 2025. And I know I haven't been posting, but that's because I'm getting too lazy. But I promise you, I'm gonna be posting every day soon. Okay? Anyway, let's get into today's video. Okay, let's talk with Triple H in general. Triple H has been Chief Content Officer of the WWE since July of 2022. Which means he's had almost 3 years to figure out these major problems I do not like about Triple H's booking. Okay? So, there's some big problems I do not like about Triple H's booking, which I'm going to get into this video. But this dude has done some great things as Chief Content Officer. He's put on phenomenal matches, phenomenal storylines, phenomenal everything. But there has been problems with this dude's booking. So let's get into it. Number 1. These two men, LA Knight and Jey Uso. There's something that you want to know why these two men are on the list. It's because of Triple H. Because it took Triple H too long to put a singles championship on both of these men. Think about it. LA Knight got his first singles championship in WWE in August of 2024. It took Jey Uso until September of 2024 to get his first singles championship. That is a problem, especially when these two men are so popular. Like, if I was Triple H, I would have pulled the trigger on Jey as a singles champion before like in the early stages of 2024 and 2020, or even the late stages of 2023. I would also pull the trigger on LA Knight before WrestleMania. He should have had a WrestleMania match in 2023, WrestleMania 39. He should have been he should have been the one wrestling what's his name, Austin Theory, or who is even Gunther or something. He should have been a singles champion. He should have been moved on Raw facing Austin Theory for the United States Championship. That's how it should have gone. He should have been champion in 2023 when he first started getting popular. He should have won Money in the Bank. He should have won all this stuff. But no, Triple H waited forever and ever to give these two men a championships, which is a big problem. How do you have two of the most popular people on the entire roster, top 5 merch sellers, and you still don't put a championship on them? It took Jey Uso forever to get a championship. It took LA Knight forever to get a singles championship, and it took Jey Uso forever to get a singles championship. It only took until 2024 to get these men have singles championships. And now Jey already has the world championship, so why not put LA Knight in the world championship category? Heck, have him in the Money in the Bank briefcase. He should have won in 2023, but he didn't. This year, he should be in the Money in the Bank match, and he should win that match. He should have won in 2023. He probably should have. You could have made a thing that either Jey should have won the Money in the Bank briefcase last year, but who did he give it to? Oh, that's right, he gave it to Drew McIntyre. It's just he should have gave these opportunities to someone else, even though he just didn't. It's so dumb to me. It don't make sense to me. Next thing we have to talk about is Triple H booking is about the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now let me tell you what I mean about this. The Money in the Bank briefcase. He's booked the 2023 Money in the Bank, the 2024 Money in the Bank, and this upcoming 2025 Money in the Bank. 3 Money in the Banks in a row he's booked. Now let's talk about his first. Actually, technically he's booked 4 because of Austin Theory. Even though Vince McMahon booked that Money in the Bank, the end result is Triple H ended up booking the cash-in of when Austin Theory cashed in. So let's start with that one. Austin Theory's cashing on the United States Championship. First off, no. That's problem number 1. He cashed in on the mid-card championship. When you're the Mr. Money in the Bank, you're supposed to cash in on the World Championship. That's what's supposed to happen. But no. That's not what happened. No, that's not what happened. You cashed in on the United States Championship and failed. He didn't even have successful defense or cash-in. He had a failed cash-in. That was already the worst decision I think I've ever seen with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Worst cash-in of all time. And then let's go to 2023, where everybody in their world, even everyone and their parents, wanted LA Knight to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. I wanted LA Knight to win this Money in the Bank briefcase. But as soon as he climbed up, he's about to grab it. Damian Priest chokeslammed him off of it, and now grabbed the Money in the Bank briefcase. I said, what? What do you mean? Damian Priest was not even a favorite. What are you talking about? No one ever thought about he was going to win. Like, huh? And then I started liking that he was Money in the Bank because, he's done some great things. I think he was a good. He was a terrible Mr. Money in the Bank, but he did his job. Honestly, he did his job. And I can't even explain it into words. And then let's look at Damian Priest, where he had so many fake cash-ins, which was terrible. You saw with Tiffany Stratton how many fake cash-ins we saw with Tiffany Stratton. We saw fake cash-ins with Tiffany and Damian, which was terrible. It was absolutely disgusting how many fake cash-ins Damian and Tiffany Stratton had. I did not like it one bit at all. And also, if you really think about it too, you can think about what's it called? Io Sky. I can't remember what she did with the Money in the Bank briefcase with Io Sky, but I'm pretty sure she didn't have that many fake cash-ins. Like, she cashed in at SummerSlam is really what I remember. Like, all I remember that. And, like, he doesn't really do anything with it. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't really do anything with this briefcase. And then let's take a look at 2024, the last Money in the Bank briefcase. Tiffany Stratton did a bunch of these fake cash-ins, which are terrible. Why are you faking cashing in if you're never gonna actually do it? Then let's think about the men's Money in the Bank briefcase in 2024. He gave it to Drew McIntyre and cashed in on the same night, and a failed cash-in. And it was a big waste of fail. First off, you should never gave it to Drew McIntyre in the first place. You should have gave it to Jey Uso, because that CM Punk Drew McIntyre storyline did not need this Money in the Bank briefcase. Did not. Give it to Jey, because Jey could technically, it would have been a valuable reason cashing on both on Damian Priest at the time and Cody Rhodes. Because we've seen in the past, Jey knows Cody, they're friends with Cody. He also knows Damian. He's kind of friends with Damian because he knows that. I heard. Is it true? Is it true? Is Rhea Ripley single and ready to mingle? And stuff like that. And no, they gave it to Drew McIntyre and wasted a perfect Money in the Bank briefcase run. And I'm scared. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to see what this year's Money in the Bank briefcase holders are gonna look like. I'm really scared that he's just gonna do the same thing every year, where it's just a fake cash-ins, fake cash-ins, fake cash-ins until it actually happens. But now thinking about it, I see a pattern going on. Thinking about 2022, failed cash-in. 2023, successful cash-in. 2024, failed cash-in. 2025, successful cash-in is I think is what's happening, right? Every year is gonna be a failed, successful, sale, successful. And that's one thing Vince McMahon did better than Triple H at, is the Money in the Bank briefcase winners. Okay, maybe Otis was a little disgusting, but I mean, still, he booked the briefcase better. Like, you didn't even notice the Money in the Bank briefcase was there half the time. Like, barely. If there wasn't a failed cash-in, it wasn't like every single week or every single PLE. It was like once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just where I'm going at. Anyway, next thing is Austin Theory. Dang. Obviously, we know Vince McMahon was glazing this dude, but how Triple H has booked Austin Theory since he took over in 2022 has been tremendous. Let's talk about it. The failed cash-in on the United States Championship, but then like a month later ended up giving this man one of the longest reigning United States Championship title reigns of all time, because he held it from Survivor Series of 2022 to like August of 2023. And then tag teamed with Austin Theory, or had a tag team with Grayson Waller, which should have ended a year ago at this point. And and the failed cash, and the bad booking that this dude has been doing. Oh my god! The unbelievable booking of Austin Theory in this long-term storytelling of the Austin Theory Grayson Waller breakup and the Austin Theory babyface turn has took way too tiringly long. We thought it was going to happen last year. It didn't happen last year, and we thought it was going to happen like during the wintertime. Nope, it did not happen during the wintertime. And I'm starting to think this is never going to happen. It's just never going to be in the cards. It's never going to happen. And it makes no sense. And one thing I would say that Vince McMahon probably did better was the short-term storytelling. Like, short-term storytelling. Vince McMahon knew when a story, in my opinion, when a short story came to, like, the climax of it, had known to happen. Triple H doesn't know how to book short-term storytelling. He doesn't know when to book the big climax when it's like a couple weeks after the feud started. He thinks that a feud has to be stretched out for a long period of time, and then at the end of it, we get the big payoff. Which, I get it. It might be better. It might be the best. It might be better. But I'm tired of seeing these long-term storytelling. I'm not even gonna lie. I like the short-term storytelling where we got, I don't know, maybe after like the tension between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller happened, like 3 to 4 weeks later, Austin Theory turns babyface. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. But no, if it's Triple H, he has to wait like a year, heck, maybe a year and a half to get the payoff with this match. Like, bro. Like, it's not even funny, bro. And obviously, Vince McMahon did a better booking than with Austin Theory because, you know, he was the face of the franchise. He probably, if Vince McMahon was still around, I would guarantee you Austin Theory would be a world champion by now. Guarantee you. He probably would cash in at Roman Reigns and beat him for the titles. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. I think that's where it would go on. Not even joking. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Anyway, next one is Chad Gable. Remember in 2023 when he faced Gunther and we all wanted Chad Gable to win? Yeah. He did not pull the trigger with that one. He did not pull the trigger with that one. Let's take it back to what's it called? Um when he was in that gauntlet match for the Intercontinental Championship, whatever one contendership. He lost. They did not pull the trigger on him. Now let's think it back. The heel turn against Sami Zayn. He had 3 to 2 matches on him with him. Did he pull the trigger and make Chad Gable the Intercontinental Champion? No! He should have been, honestly, if you really think about it, he should have been Intercontinental Champion like a Clash at the Castle, King, Queen of the Ring. He should have been it. But no, they didn't give it to him. Let's think about the Otis and Chad Gable stuff. It took 1,200 years to finally get that storyline to actually happen. They could have had a match at SummerSlam, but no! Triple H said, nope, you're never getting a match. They're just gonna, Otis is just gonna officially turn epic super baby face. And then we're never gonna get the match until what, November, January. You guys are never gonna get that match. No, that could have been this big, great SummerSlam match. You know what I'm saying? It happened in July. And yet, I still have not seen Chad Gable with a singles championship. He has not yet pulled the trigger. Why did Chad Gable not have a singles championship? He should have been Intercontinental Champion last year. It's dumb that Triple H does not pay attention. This dude hasn't even had a singles WrestleMania match. He gave one to El Grande Americano. He gave it to El Grande. Not even Chad Gable. And Chad Gable still doesn't have a championship. Unbelievable. Triple H, I hope you understand something. Please make this dude champion in 2025. Because if we don't have a champion, Chad Gable, in 2025, I'm going to crash. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my stinking mind. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. And hopefully this video has told you how the problems with Triple H's booking. Anyway, peace out. Bye.